Hey guys, Kevin Go for Lax. Today we're reviewing the signature Lacrosse contract head. All right, new head into the market, even though it's kind of the next generation of the onset. Let's treat it as its own separate entity because it's vastly different from what the onset was. Couple key features and things I really like off the bat. Really light. Um, it's stiff. Incorporating the Delta Tech allows them to keep these sidewalls open, but stiff. And the Delta Tech is these triangles that are worked throughout the head to provide the rigidity and structure while keeping it from being squishy with all this open space. String holes. There are a ton of them. It models after kind of the string king heads, where it gives you just a bazillion string holes through the bottom. So it's easy to string. I usually use my same pattern anytime I'm testing out a head. For those that care, the first three skipping every other hole, anchor knotting, a 1, a 2, and then straight out. Usually this will give me a pocket I don't need to tweak with that much as I'm testing it out. Some other features. Again, it incorporates, I'm going to use this since it's white, it incorporates a very similar bottom hole structure in the throat to the string king heads, which is nice because it gives you a lot of variance on how you do your tie-offs, whether you use traditional or not. So a couple people pointed out in the video that it looks like it's a very wide head. The pictures don't do it justice. It is a little wider, but again, let's use the comparison of the string king heads, and it falls in line with the, how big or the openings on the Legend and the 2A. Ideally, would I like to see it a little more pinched in here? Yeah, but it's a head. You can catch with it. It retains the ball, receives the ball really well. And for the price at, was it $80 for a head and a full string kit with the magic mesh, it's a great value. Add on top of that it's got a 12-month warranty, and for those mid-level priced heads, it's a great value. You can't compare this to, let's say, a Warp or one of the higher end heads yet, because it's the first generation on this. I'm sure the next generation will be remarkably improved, much like the Mirage to the Rebel or the Mark 1 to the Mark 2. There are light years of jumps in the technology and the things you learn after you make a head for the first time. A couple other key features is it's got a stringing hole in the back and then 2 on each side, where, remember, the onset had like 2 coming in diagonally in the throat here, which is a nice improvement. I didn't use the screws in the other one just because I didn't feel like I needed it right now. If the more I play with it, I get the warp there, I will probably add the 2 screw holes. Now, it's a stiff head, but if you boiled it down some, I'm sure this would be a really good face-off head. And then you would need those 2 screws. Magic mesh, did a review early on it. I like it. The only kickback I give on the stringing kit is these strings are uncut from that, so I would always like a little more variance. So if I try to do a different style pocket, or pull it down, or did some stacks, I have a little more wiggle room to do that with. But again, that's nitpicky. Takes dye really easy. I wanted to do something of a darker color and not black, so I lax dip dyed it emerald green, added some black into that to get almost a foresty army green in that, which I like. The one drawback I've seen to this head so far, and it's minor, is the scoop. Now, that's not to say that this is the Jewel Aries of scoops. It's not even close. It's a very functional scoop, but let's say when we're comparing it to the scoop on the 2A or the 2B, on the Stallion, which is kind of the highest one for me, or even the Rebel, this falls slightly short on that. But again, that's nothing to say, this head is worthless because of it. It's a great first level entry head into the market. Like I said, stiff, but light, easy to string, lots of options. And again, that 12-month warranty is really nice, especially at the price point. So, you go out and crack or break this, you can get an easy replacement from the guys there. So, have any questions? Comment below. Hit me up. Later.